So yeah, I kind of messed up the chat tonight. Not the chat, but the live stream. Trying to fix it now. I think it's going to hurt notifications, but hey, we're here nonetheless. How are you? Merry Christmas, everyone. Even though it's not quite Christmas yet, we are live streaming every single night from now until Christmas Eve. Why? Well, because we love you. It's the way to show our appreciation for all the great things that you've done for our channel, like endure amazing videos that we bring you from around the world. Tonight we're talking about UFOs and Christmas. It's the best part of Christmas, right? I mean, you got the Yuletide cheer, you've got eggnog, you've got, Christmas trees, lights. But now we're going to talk about everybody's favorite tradition about Christmas, and that's UFOs. Unidentified flying objects. And we should, because Santa and his reindeer are technically unidentified, depending on who's looking. Because if you don't know anything about Santa Claus, it's pretty unidentifying to see a reindeer and 6 tiny, how many reindeer are there? Donner, Dasher, Blitzen, I don't remember all the reindeer. Either way, they're unidentified flying objects. What's up, Shane? How are you? Shane, we welcome you into the alien zone. We want to welcome all of you. It is an alien Christmas. It is a UFO Christmas. That's right. It's everybody's favorite tradition. If you look up top 10 traditions, it's aliens. It's UFOs on Christmas. Come on. This is like day 8 of Vlogmas, so, I'm getting kind of skinny on my topics here, people. So, what do you think about unidentified flying objects or anything else? Because we've talked about whether or not elves would be tasty, and most of us agreed they would be, depending on how they're prepared. Now we want to talk about if aliens would be tasty. We're always worried about aliens coming to Earth and eating us, but what if, and I'm just throwing this out here for fun. I'm just throwing it, people. What if, when they got here, they tasted like chicken? I'm just asking. Like somebody decided to put one in the turkey fryer and went, dude, this is really good. And we were like, oh my gosh. And like, they were like, we come in peace and all that stuff. And they were like bringing cures to cancer and everything else. But we were like, yeah, but you know what? It's so good with gravy. It's so good with some gravy. I want to welcome you again to Vlogmas 2025. Somebody asked me, I talked to Toby the Adventurer today. He's going on a cruise. That schmo. He's going on a cruise. A cruise. And I'm stuck watching Tom Cruise, watching his last few movies. He's starting to show his age finally. You're talking about somebody who's an alien. It's Tom Cruise. He's not real. We all know this. I heard Santa has a Slayer. Wait a minute. I heard Santa has Slayer beams. Okay. I was looking for something deeper there, but no, it'll work. Just watching these cheesy jokes on YouTube today. One of those shorts, where it's like a bunch of aliens, which is inspired partially this Vlogmas tonight. And it's like aliens and they're telling jokes, and I laughed hysterically at the cheesiest jokes imaginable. I mean, they were dumb cheesy, and I loved them. They were great. So yeah, so it is Christmas time, and this time of year, the skies, they seem clear here in the south more than in the summer because less humidity a lot of times. And so they're beautiful to look up in the night sky and see strange things that we don't normally see. I don't believe in intelligent life elsewhere. I just don't. And I know, go ahead and tell the joke. I don't believe in intelligent life here. You know what I mean. I don't necessarily believe in intelligent life on other planets, other whatever. What if they land one day and you're having to explain Christmas? It would be very difficult to explain. We can give the real reason we celebrate Christmas, the birth of Jesus Christ, our Lord. You can do that. But it's everything else that would be really difficult. Say, well, we put a tree in our house. Well, where'd you get that idea? Well, it's complicated. Maybe it was here in this part of the and you try to go into it, and they were like, Then you get to the Nutcracker and it just gets weirder and weirder every time. Be like layered type of history is hard to explain. Layered history is hard to explain. Hey, welcome. My name is Bill Marion, and this is a Nose for Life live stream edition. Welcome, welcome. We brought it back. We brought live streams back to our channel just for you, just to connect. Only for me to mess up the way this one loaded tonight. I didn't plan it right. I was supposed to. The first thing I should have done last night after the live stream, which is what I've been doing, which is immediately scheduled the next one. I didn't do that. So instead, I got carried away with making a like a promo video, which really doesn't. They're really for me. I'm having fun when I'm playing there, and uploaded it and forgot to schedule this one. So I sit down and I realize I've not scheduled this. So I'm in a hurry the last 2 minutes before we went live and trying to get this thing scheduled or get this thing loaded and ready. But that hurts the notifications. So we'll see what happens tonight. But either way, I'm glad you guys are here and you guys make all the difference in the world. Just remember, be safe in the chat room. Be safe. And be sure to wear all your headgear in there. And listen, if you didn't come to get a little offended, you're in the wrong place. You're in the wrong place. This is an offense zone where we're going to swing and swing wildly. So just saying, keep your guard up. If you're left-handed, don't lead with your head. You know what I'm saying? You've seen Rocky. You've seen Rocky. Do you remember Rocky? I think it was Rocky 4. He fights the Russian. Do you remember that, Shane? I know you remember that. That was awesome. Best soundtrack ever. I think that was the one with Hearts on Fire. Hearts on Fire. You know, everybody's like working out, you know. And he fights the Russian. He has that training montage. The reason why I say that is because I remember it was on HBO back in the year of our Lord, 1986, that Christmas, in that the vicinity of that Christmas and into the new year. But yeah, I think Shane and I both had that soundtrack and the Miami Vice soundtrack, if I'm not mistaken. The series, not the movie, not the movie that came out later that Carol and I love, but the series. And it had like Phil Collins on there, but it also had this. Well, it had a lot of good music, man. It had the soundtrack, like the theme song, like a long play and a short play. But then it had this this rap on there that I, to this day, talk about how formative those years are. To this day, I know the words to that rap song. Billy, what up, G? You were only babies in 86. I was in 6th grade, thank you, and 7th. Was no baby. I mean, I was still playing with Star Wars toys when nobody's around. But, you know what I'm saying? 6th grade. Shane and I dated the same girl in junior high school. It was a true story. It was, that's how I met him. Like, hey, man. And we became friends. Like, it's life. Don't you wish life was so simple now? That was later on. I think we reacquainted then, and it was just a lot of fun. Lots of fun story. Junior high for us was kind of like prison. It was kind of like prison. It was not a. It was like seriously locked down. It was overcrowded junior high school. I think we had like 35, 40 people in class, which would be a crime today. Strong says, I was 16 in 86. Ooh, you were so old. Ooh, you're like 5 years older than us. Ooh, you're so cool. Walter Langston is in the house. What's up, Walter? I'm going to start calling Walter the Train Guy. I don't know why. It just sounds like a cool name. Walter the Train Guy. Because Walter the West Virginia guy, it's cool because there's lots of W's. Walter the West Virginia guy. But Walter the Train Guy sounds cool. Walter the Conductor. That would be cool too. But hello, Walter. Good to see you. It's like the gang is all assembling except for me now. Where could me now be? Where could me now be? Hello, everybody. Where could me now? That's the worst Irish accent ever. But where could me now be? Me now could be here. We could just go on with that. I don't know. Me now has like multiple personalities or something. You know, sometimes he's here, sometimes he's not. It's like vapor. Poof, poof. And was working my first job. Oh, I get it. You're calling us lazy now. See, now the insults start just rolling in. So you're lazy. I was already working. You guys are still playing with Star Wars toys, you big babies. Yeah, that's true. That's true. There's a gap with 80s kids though, that people that grew up in the 80s, like if there is an age difference at all, though, it can actually matter. This is strange, true story, facts. where if you're just slightly older, in your case, Billy, that it can actually affect political, social nuance and everything else, because the 80s are sort of a dividing line in mentalities. It's strange, because you being 4 or 5 years older, it's possible that you have more in common with boomers than, let's say, younger Generation X. I was reading this. It's just fascinating to me. Values tend to be more traditional than younger Generation X. Just nobody ever talks about Generation X. You know what I'm saying? So it was actually nice to read something for a change that addressed Generation X. There's a reason, like, we're just X. It's not because we're a part of the X-Men, folks. We're just kind of skipped over straight to the millennials, those babies. Millennials were really cool till Generation Z came down, and they were like completely different than millennials. Isn't that crazy? Hey, see, I missed Walter Langston's comment. It says, where's Waldo? Where's Waldo? Why didn't I think of that? That was great. Where's Waldo? That's what we need to. That's great. That's better. Well, he fixed it. Aliens on Christmas, UFOs on Christmas Day. You talk about a light show. Wouldn't that be great? I'm convinced. I want you guys to game this. I want you to game this. I want you to work this out in your cubicles or something. Get together with your people. Workshop this, people. Workshop this. Have a Zoom meeting, if you will. Have a Zoom meeting. Take notes, and workshop it. Is that I'm convinced that all of the UFO stuff, not all, because some of it's just crackpot morons. I'm convinced most of it is just an op. I'm convinced of it. Prove me wrong. It's just an op. They're not going to convince me of anything. You keep hearing people, disclosure is coming. Disclosure is coming. No, it's not. The only thing that's going to be disclosed is like more suckers. You know what I'm saying? It's just more suckers getting people distracted and setting us up for some kind of light show that's coming. Where like here they are. No, I have a boomer brothers and sisters, and no, we are different. That was the baby by 11 years. Excellent. You're definitely Generation X. You're definitely Generation X. All right, man. Welcome. All right. My bad. I doubted you. I'm sorry. Give him his Generation X street card back. Generation X. We are the true forgotten children of all time. We are lost here in a maze of surrounded by generations who just aren't as smart as we are, who don't have it figured out. They're not as cool. Only we could have navigated through the grunge movement and its horrible music. Only we could have done that. And we did. Congratulations. Congratulations for making it through lots and lots of bad music in the 90s, early 90s. Yeah, there was some good here and there. There was some good music, but by and large, it was crap. Let's just be honest with us. Come on, let's just be real. You're not going to sidetrack me from UFOs. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. UFOs and aliens and stuff. Speaking of which, Steven Spielberg has a movie coming out. It's his first movie in a long time about aliens and stuff. Who knows? I would like for him to make a movie where the aliens, I would like for him to crash together an aliens movie and, like he does, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, E.T. kind of thing, but join it with Jaws so that the aliens are evil. Rawr, instead of these nice, smart aliens that come down and want to be friendly. Because that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. If there are aliens in the universe, we're going to eat them or they're going to eat us. It's that simple, people. It's that simple. One of us, somebody's going to get devoured. And I don't want it to be us. I don't want it to be us. And so that's why I'm sounding the alarm now to be prepared. Because if anything, I think it should be hunting season for aliens. Do you remember the Twilight Zone episode, To Serve Man? Anybody else? Classic episode. It's got this twisted ending. It's a cookbook, To Serve Man. Anybody? It was terrifying. It was terrifying. Have a video of train going to run. You can say it got sidetracked. That video of train going into run. Can say it got sidetracked. I remember that when Walter says, I remember To Serve Man. To Serve Man. It's classic shtick, Twilight Zone shtick. It has everything in the Twilight Zone has a Cold War narrative to it, of course. And so, do you remember the show V? Do you mean the original 1980s classic, or do you mean the one that they rebooted that could have been good, but it was too realistic for the government at the time? No joke. There's too many weird things about the reboot. V is awesome. V is awesome. It has to be one of the greatest science fiction series ever. Underrated too. So underrated. And met with much fanfare. They got away from. I watched this video about V, this YouTube video, like a behind the scenes, and I realize now why it lost so much traction between season 1 and season 2. I don't know if you guys watch that. Maybe we put a link in the description later, because I know you guys come back and check that just like I do on videos. But yeah, it's kind of cool because it lost a little bit of traction because they got away from the A plot and went into this B plot, and it just wasn't that good. And I just got tired of it because it seemed like if the aliens were global, how come all of the main narrative was taking place in Southern California? That kind of got on my nerves a little bit. But the reboot of the V series that came out in the 80s was it was political too. They yanked it off the air. The ratings were great, but if you go back and watch that and have what was going on politically in your head at the time, it was too on the nose. Yeah, it was too on the nose. Love the gap tooth hot chick on V. That took me a second. Yeah, sure. Everybody did. The gap tooth hot chick. That was her screen name. That was her screen name. Oh man. She actually changed it to that. Oh man, that's great. I was such a nerd. I read all the books. You read all the books. You could probably fill us in on this. That was her name in the credits. Yeah, I mean, you change your name when you go to Hollywood, and that's what she chose. She could have picked, I'll stop there. Right after Key Grip. Right after Key Grip. Key Grip 1, 2, 3, and 4. I wanted to I want to go to Hollywood, and you don't want to get stuck with the job of Key Grip. You don't want to get stuck with that. Harvey Weinstein was always interviewing for that position at Miramax. And now look at him. Bless his heart. Bless his heart, people. Aren't you feeling sorry for Harvey right now? Bless his heart. He did produce some good movies. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. You got rid of Harvey, and now movies are terrible. Because it's true. The second Opryland video I made last summer that was a fan favorite. One of the things that I've had 3 different comments. It's hysterical, like 7,500 views or something like that, and 3 different comments. So that's not insignificant of people who subscribe. They say in so many words with humor, I'm subscribing to the channel because of the Last Jedi comment that I make in there. I kind of bash the Last Jedi and compare it to the overlords at Opryland who shut it down, who didn't know what they had, and so they wrecked it. And so 3 different people have joined the subscribe just because of that. So I hope they're not disappointed. It can't be that fun and games all the time. Sometimes we have to work here and show people nature and take them to great places. My name's Bill, and from now on, I'm going to do this like I'm from the Midwest. Hey, Bob. Welcome to A Nose for Life. We're going to go over here. We're going to fish a while. Me and Shane, Billy, and Walter, we're going to go over here to the lake. We're going to fish for a while for some walleye. We're going to enjoy ourselves a whole bunch. It's going to be a good day of fishing. The weather's cooperating. What do you think, guys? Can I pull it off? I think I could. For a little, I may have ended up in life talking that way if not for moving to the South, thank God, when I was about 11. That was great. Probably saved my life. As a matter of fact, I know I did. I was 12. I was 12 when we moved southward past the New River. The New River, of course, divides the northern and southern Appalachians people. There's a quiz on that. And if you watch our channel a lot, you should know that by now. I really appreciate the new Opryland video. Thank you, Billy. I made it for you. I made it for you. I made it just for you, man. Billy was like harping on me for years, like in love and being sweet, but it's like, you need to make another Opryland video. And so I finally did. And I'm glad I did because, first of all, I got a lot of things wrong in the first video. Not wrong, just boring. It's not exactly accurate to the fact. The second one's a lot more accurate as far as what happened. And more information has come out since between the first and second one that made it even more interesting. Imagine being a multi-million-dollar, I think they're a billion-dollar company now, Gaylord Entertainment. Imagine being that huge and having properties all over the world and having to admit, yeah, we shut down the theme park and we didn't even do a feasibility study on what we were doing. We didn't do any research. We just went with it. Imagine that. And they lost a lot of money. I mean, I'm talking about they lost close to $1 billion and when it's all said and done. When it's all said and done. Around here, you can have ice fishing in the winter. Yes, you can. There's ice fishing up on Spruce Knob. There is, indeed. Never been, but because there's ice, it's cold. I'm not getting out of the truck that long in that kind of cold weather. Are you kidding me? The windshield up there can get to like 10 below. Like, that's a regular occurrence on Spruce Knob, which is kind of scary. So you're flying around in your spaceship. I want you to imagine this real quick. Just imagine, just close your eyes. And you're flying around in your spaceship. Where are you landing on the planet Earth? Where are you going to land? Let us know in the comments. Where are you landing? Because you're an alien. You don't know anything. You're new in town. Where are you going to land to make your presence known? Are you going for like New York City to be like, hey, I'm here? Moscow, maybe? You going to Paris? Where are you going? Or are you thinking more rustic? Maybe Gatlinburg. You know, you got to have people around. You're making your presence known. So you got to have some people around. But maybe it's a quiet kind of destination you're wanting. Maybe a little more Bryson City, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you want the Midwest to be in the middle of the country. Kansas even. I can't imagine why. But Oklahoma, you can have it. Kansas, got video from last winter walking across Beaver Lake. Woo! You know what? If I think West Virginia, though, it would scare me a little bit because I still feel like I'm in the South, even though I'm not. Whereas in Michigan, I don't care to do it. Yeah, it's frozen. It's frozen. But in West Virginia, it would still be scary. Just a little bit to walk across the frozen lake, even though I know it's frozen and I know it's cold enough to freeze. The flies and the mosquitoes in West Virginia are absolutely horrid in the summer because what is it called? The gestation period, Shane, from Mr. Curtis's class back in the day. They don't have a long one. They're very small. So they come out with a vengeance for about 5 or 6 weeks. It's like attack of the bloodsuckers. And these huge, and the flies are huge, and so they will carry you away. Times Square on New Year's Eve, the whole world knows I'm there. You went to New York here recently, didn't you, Walter? If I'm not mistaken, you went to, because you had some videos that you put out. We put out some New York videos back in 2017. We did indeed. Nobody watched them. I'm serious. If we flip over there right now, I promise you, nobody has watched those videos. He now says, if I'm an alien, welcome me now. It's good to see you and you. If I'm an alien and I know the Earth's history, I'm landing in Jerusalem on Christmas Day. Dude, come on. I mean, think about it. It's the whole world's going to be like, oh, it's going to be crazy. People are going to be saying, they're going to be confused. It's like, it's not supposed to happen that way. Are we hanging out to chill, or are we taking over the planet? I don't know yet. See, that you've asked a really meaningful question there. Because if you are flying around and you're looking for a place to land to kind of become known, I guess your intent beyond becoming known becomes important. Yeah, because if you're going to take over, I'm not going to land in the middle of Times Square. I'm going to want a staging area first to unload all of my other stuffs. Hello from Kentucky, Bill. It is Dolphin Smooth 3889. Hello, how are you? Who are you? Do I know you? I'm just kidding. Welcome. Actually, I'm not kidding. If I do know you, let me know who you are because from Kentucky kind of narrow. I used to live in Kentucky. That's the reason why I'm asking. I have family there. But welcome. We're talking about aliens taking over the world on Christmas because it's always possible. That's a possibility that could happen, people. Haven't you been watching the news? We had a big comet made of nickel that went around the sun and did what all comets do. But because it was going real fast and because everybody was real bored, suddenly it was like possibly an alien invasion or something. 3-Eye Atlas. Tommy, what's up, Tommy? Yes, I know you. Oh my gosh. You need to get Lexi in here and y'all need to be talking right now. Talking it up because y'all are funny people. You're funny people. It's Thomas. I won't say your last name because I don't want to get everybody I don't want to dox Thomas. Put his address on the screen, his address, social security number. What? Sorry, Thomas. My bad. Kara's like, oh, Tommy. Yeah, so, Billy, you're right. It's the intent. Am I right? Like, what is your intent, aliens? So, and how that would go down, every movie wants to portray how that's going to go down. And the only movie that I think got it halfway right was the satire Tim Burton made. And I can't remember the name of it right now. Do you know the one I'm talking about, guys? When Mars Attacks, that's what it was. And where they come out and they have doves, but there's like a misinterpretation of what the doves represent. And so the Martians just start killing everybody. That's what that would be like. That's what most first encounters are like. Do we really want to start a relationship with an alien species that way? Again, I don't necessarily even believe in life, intelligent life anywhere. I think we'll find a virus or something or bacteria, that when we bring it back to study it, it will cause everybody to mutate and kill one another. But that's just science, people. That's just science. And it happens. It's happened before. That's what COVID was. COVID was we found something on Mars. One of the rovers. Let me tell you this. No, but you're not going to hear this anywhere else, but right here in this channel. COVID was really discovered by one of the robots on Mars. They flew it back to it was like they thought we've got life. And in the lab, they opened it up, and sure enough, they had a virus, but it escaped. And there you go. That's how COVID started. And so they don't want to talk about it now. That's why it's controversial. And all the money that was spent on COVID was really trying to cover it up. Every day in Kentucky is like an alien invasion. I've lived there, and I can affirm that. Or confirm that. I can confirm that. Actually, I love Kentucky. I miss Kentucky. I was telling Carolyn the other day that I loved living in southeastern Kentucky, and there's a rule in southeastern Kentucky. It's an unspoken rule, but it's a rule nonetheless, that if you live there for 5 years, you were there your whole life. Just 5 years. Whereas most southern communities, and this is like this up in Virginia too, you're going to have that banner on your life forever. He's not from here or she's not from here. So if you've been there 20 plus years, you're still not from around here, right? I mean, you could be there forever and ever, tied into the community, a politician there even, whatever, and yet you're not from there. But not in Southeast Kentucky. 5 years. In 5 years, they'll think, somebody will ask you, hey, you went to Knox Central, right? And somebody asked me and Tim Melton that one time, that y'all went to Central, didn't you? No, we were like, oh yeah, just being crazy. Oh yeah. And I remember you, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, oh yeah. Because that's just Southeast Kentucky. And, they're good people. They're just great. They're great people. They are salt of the earth people, and you're still south of the gravy line, so the food's good. And I think it's like that all the way to Pikeville, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Lexi once said she wasn't a Kentuckian. Oh my. I told her, you've been here nearly a decade and gave birth to 2 Kentucky sons. You're a Kentuckian. Carolyn, by proxy, is a Kentuckian because I lived there not quite 9 years, but almost 9 years. So, and that's if you count active duty and everything. It was 9 years. So for me, she's actually Kentuckian. Shane says it would be like Red Dawn, but with aliens. It would be like Red Dawn, but with aliens. That's the next movie we're making. That's it. Because we need another Red Dawn movie. It's just right now, Not a good movie. They tried to reboot Red Dawn with North Korea. And I can understand if they couldn't use China because they didn't want to hurt the market in China because they buy a lot of movie tickets. I get it. You got to come up with a better scenario than that. And plus, the Soviet Union made good enemies for us. Like, if you're not going to go to war, but you're going to talk about it for, 50 years, how long was it? Whatever. A long time. If you're going to do that, then I want it to be a believable foe. And the Soviet Union made a believable foe. Until now, Russia, the stepchild of the Soviet Union, not doing so well in Ukraine. I mean, I guess they're winning. I guess. I mean, that's kind of like seeing like the University of Alabama play Union College in football, and it goes to 4 overtimes, and Alabama goes, "Boy, we won that game." Yeah, you won that game. You should have beat them by 200. What happened? And Russia's like, I don't know. It's like a very limited war. I mean, come on, people. Sometimes I wonder if that war isn't just a psyop too. Like there really isn't a place called Ukraine. It's just like in our imagination. Okay, I'm going there. I get it. I've gone too far. I'm out there. I know tens of thousands. I think it's over 1 million people have died. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone in Russia or the Ukraine. I'm just saying, somebody ought to just talk and be like, you know what? We just go home now. And like they go their way and just reboot that thing. It's gone on too long. The ratings have gone down. Nobody cares anymore. I remember the first 6 months of that war, even in Harrisonburg, Virginia, which isn't exactly a metropolis, but keep in mind, Harrisonburg, Virginia is home of JMU, James Madison University, who they're in the playoffs. Come on. They are in the college football playoffs. And so they're home to James Madison University, but there's nothing else outside the university. It's a very small rural town surrounded by mountains. And so you're there, and people are running around with Ukrainian flags going, "We support the Ukraine." What happened to that? What happened to all the merchandise that they were producing to support Ukraine? You never see that anymore. You never see the sweatshirts. I vacation in Ukraine. My neighbors are Ukrainian. Ukrainian playing cards. Ukrainian. There are whole lines of popsicles called Ukrainian popsicles, frozen on a stick. I mean, I would like for all that to come back. If we're going to stay in this warfare, if we're going to keep doing this, then I need to see a little bit of support for Ukraine or Russia. We can switch sides. We've done it before. Tommy says, "Gosh, Union football. I went to so many games with Tanya and James. Good, dear people. God rest their soul. I love to have one of these little orange bulldog footballs now. I think I've got one around the house somewhere, or in a box or something." China is going to be our new war. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Do you remember? It's going to be a nuclear winter. Is it a song? I am lost in that comment, though. I got the first, but China is going to be our new war. Okay, wait a minute, though. Are they? I can't figure China out. Sometimes I think it's more like, we're building an army. And then but it's like a joke. Like seriously, they're carriers, everything. We're building one. We're gonna get you. We're gonna do it. We're doing this now. I ain't believing it. I just ain't believing it. Ukrainian tater chips, dude. There was nothing better than the Ukrainian tater chips or the barbecue chips. Me now gets it. He gets it. It was a video in the 80s. I'm drawing a blank on it. I probably would remember it as soon as I saw it. All the activism. We need to bring the activism back. But not for anything serious. Just for like the Soviet Union, because they're already gone. Nobody gets their feelings hurt. Welcome. Tommy just became a member. Tommy, congratulations. You win a new car. I'm kidding. I take that back as a joke. So, no white Christmas. No white Christmas down here in Chattanooga. I think it's going to be 62 degrees. Yay. We get warm weather and rain coming next week. That's how it works, Walter. That's how it works. I'm telling you, if we could just get our patriotism back for Ukraine, because there for a while we were patriots. We were for Ukraine. Just activism, no real focus. No, just activism. Yeah. Like, but it would be unifying. We'd all be like, yeah, and together for nothing. Everybody join in and let's sing. My Lord, what are you guys marching for? We're marching to march. It's none of your business. Down with the man. Unless the men or the man. What is the plural of the man? The men's, I guess in that case. Unless they're marching with us, and then they in solidarity, and of course, then we're marching all together for the same cause, which is nothing. I just think we should bring it back. I'm glad you're an activist. I'm glad. Me too. And tonight I am an activist for you and aliens. Somebody's got to take up for aliens, people. I'm telling you. Somebody has to unionize these aliens. People are using their likeness, and they're not getting compensated at all. They are not getting compensated at all. Excuse me, the bat phone is ringing. I just saw this. Okay. I think I got this a minute. I think this is from earlier when my phone was updating, but it was Thomas actually. Thomas is like, I'm going to track you down in your chat room. Yeah, that's cool. We will do that. Shane's in the network too, by the way. Walter Langston, E.T. phone home. That's right, E.T. phone home. But E.T. didn't get a dime out of that movie. Not a single dime was given to E.T., and they used an alien's likeness. It's Mark Sezowitz from Boston. How are you, Mark? Good to see you, buddy. Ukraine is ripping off country. Who'll let them? Buddy, I'm telling you, man, we just need to get in. We just need to become a part of your Ukraine's... we need to be making money off this too. I think that's where we're missing out, Mark. It's like there's people making money off this war, and we need to make money off of it. Like I'm thinking about selling. We're talking about merchandising. I'm going to sell Ukrainian. Well, I think me now mentioned potato chips, and I would like to maybe frozen steaks. Elliot. That's from ET, folks. That was my ET imitation. Elliot. Oh. Elliot had a speak and spell in that movie. I had one of those. That was awesome. Speak and spells, they weighed like 5 pounds. You carried them around, and it told you to spell things. And we were such suckers, we didn't realize you're doing schoolwork at home, man, and you're liking it. You're not supposed to do that. No, I just sent it. Oh, this reminded me, but I had sent it on Facebook before. If you did, I apologize. Elliot. Were Ukraine tater chips a real thing? No. But they should have been. Shrimp et Ukraine. That's what I'm talking about. We need to make some money off this thing. That's perfect. They even have a seafood port there, so you don't have to import everything. It would save them money and increase our profits. That's all I'm saying. And as far as the market's concerned, they don't have... right now they're kind of living off rations, mice and whatever the free world's giving them right now. So maybe, just maybe, we can help out in that endeavor by making money off that war. We could sell flags, of course, bobbleheads like Zelensky bobblehead. That'd be cool. And I don't know, the T-shirt. I know the profit margin. I know what you guys are going to say. The profit margin off the Ukrainian T-shirts is pretty low, but I'm all about a hoodie. It's a little bit more with a hoodie, not much. But there's a reason why we don't sell a lot of merch on this channel. It's because there's a lot of work involved, and the profit margin isn't that little. Because I know every one of you have demanded a hoodie. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it real soon. A hoodie. Hey, you guys, like this video and subscribe to the channel. Yes, and become a member and do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Hey, you guys, my activism chant is from the creek to the bank. I get you, my man. I get you. Set up a Ukraine Tamu. What is a Tamu? What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm still having issues with my glasses, Shane. Still. It's not the glasses. It's the glare It'd probably be better if I didn't even use glasses. Let's see. I think it is. If it's at the right angle, it's better with the glasses. But if not, it's the blur when not having the glasses is better than the blur with the glasses. So how do you like me now? Look at these pretty blue eyes. Oh my gosh. Where's all my ladies in here? Timu is Alibaba. It's like Alibaba. Ah, okay. You should come to Southeast Kentucky and do some Nose for Life hiking videos on our trails. Here's why. Because I've hiked in Kentucky before. Those trails scare me. Because people live near those trails. And they are some serious people. And back in the day, when I lived there, seriously for a minute, back when I lived in Southeast Kentucky, you had to be careful about where you went on any hiking trail. And I don't care if it was an actual official Daniel Boone National Forest trail or not. Because you would walk up on somebody's pot patch. And in case you didn't know it, guys, the soil in Kentucky apparently is some of the best in the world for growing dope. And I didn't know that until I moved there. But yeah, sell Russia their scrap back to them. Big money there. I've been saying that, Todd. And Todd knows because Todd, he pants for gold, and he's like going to get rich one day and like buy a Nose for Life, and it's going to be great. But that's something that he would keep up with. That's something that I've been keeping up with is all of the scrap metal laying around there that nobody's picking up on. We have Yahoo Falls. Legend has it that Daniel Boone called Bigfoot's Yahoos from the sound they made. Apparently, there was a population at that falls, so he called it Yahoo Falls. And then the internet came out, and they named it Yahoo or something. I don't know. I heard banjo music when I read that. You should. Because bluegrass is very popular in Southeast Kentucky. All of Kentucky. Because it's known as the Bluegrass State. It is. No joke. No, lots of bluegrass there. Renfro Valley is famous, world famous for bluegrass. Renfro Valley, Kentucky, on I-75, just off of I-75. I trashed a hotel there one time. True story. I heard banjo music when I read that. Yes. I-75. If there is a place that reminds me more of Christmas, it has to be I-75, one of the greatest interstates in the world. Not because it's that nice of an interstate. It's just it connects Dixie, this deep south to the Midwest. It cuts through all of Ohio and then, of course, all the way into Canada, into northern Michigan, into Canada. And so it reminds me of Christmas. Just people, how crowded the interstate would be through Christmas every single year. Our soil is amazing. It grows great dope and produce. Tommy's got his priorities in order. Great dope and produce. No, it was a big deal. When I lived there, it was it was amazing. They used to talk about that in the Guard all the time because we used to do some drug eradication there in the Guard. And they would talk about how great the soil is. And you could hide it there. They got mountains there. They don't have huge mountains in Kentucky, but they have mountains. A lot of 3,000 footers, 3,500 footers. But there's a lot of them in eastern Kentucky. So lots of places to hide. Sometimes they start cross-pollinating. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. You go to be eating some corn on the cob and go, man, it's hitting me right now. It's hitting me right now. And then you get the munchies from eating the munchies. What? That's not good. Southeast Kentucky, where the men are men and the women are men too. So yeah, Eastern Tennessee is so different than Eastern Kentucky. And that part of West Virginia, Southwest Virginia, is different still. There's a region there around a famous valley that I'm actually, it's the highest valley in Virginia, and I just can't, for some reason, think of the name of it. But Birch Gardens, that's it, Birch Gardens. That area there, you can tell where the Alleghenies kind of smash into the Cumberland Mountains, so the topography is a lot different. Marijuana maters, those are real. Has Bill gotten the outside Christmas lights up yet? Not this year. Oh, what did I say? Birch's Garden? Birch Garden. There you go. Thank you, Carolyn. Always good to have Carolyn, my beautiful wife, in the house today. She helped me finish up the indoor lights, some little last minute stuff. We have some more last minute stuff, but
a lot of last minute, but we're not doing outside today. We're not, or this. It just, no, no. We could. Our entire neighborhood does Christmas outdoor lights and giant statues. At Halloween, it's kind of gross because there's like giant skeletons all up and down the subdivision, and it's like weird. And everybody's got all their decorations up, and then on the Christmas side of it, it turns into everybody lights their houses up, and they had the blow up things, the big blow up things. I have a 6-foot tall nutcracker though, and so I want to go. Can't touch this. Don't. I love driving to Burke's Garden. Yeah, you don't live far away, about an hour, Todd, or an hour and a half or something, maybe. I can't remember what it is, but it's not that far at all. Great area, wildernessy area up there, right there. I love driving to Burke's Garden. So, what are your plans for your UFO season? Because again, Christmas, top 10 things people do at Christmas is look for UFOs. Look it up, top 10. And so sometimes I lose the UFO spirit. When Christmas comes around, I stop looking up to the sky to look for the flying saucers. But this year, I'm committing myself to go, you know what? They're out there. They're out there. V for victory. Great show. I just don't buy into it. I don't buy into the intelligent life on other planets. Just don't buy into it. Let's debate it in here. Anybody want to throw a stone? Anybody want to call me out on my agnostic belief towards UFOs? Come on. Come get you some. Those of you who are watching, not commenting right now, like you're hiding back there, you don't want anybody to see you. I see you. Everybody else doesn't see you, but I see you. I'm not going to call you out and say your name. I'm just putting your social security number in here. According to newer information, we should be looking down into our oceans for UFOs. Tommy, you're so cool. God, you're right. Well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, Tommy. I'm going to go back to my Midwestern voice for this. Here's the thing, Tommy. Here's the thing. I'm not going to go in the ocean where all the sharks are looking for UFOs, okay? You go do that yourself. I'm just kidding. I got the UFO spirit once. Had to go to a Benny Hinn convention to get... What am I going to do with Me Now? Me Now hasn't even been here long. Me Now hasn't been here long. And he's already just teared it up. Mariana Trench. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, I guess so. I just think that's all our tech. I don't think that's I think that's corporate tech. I think that's corporate tech because physics has been broken for 50 years, mysteriously. After 100 years of one innovation after another one breakthrough in physics after another one, we build a $3 billion, when I say we, it was actually Europe, but they built a $3 billion particle collider only to learn what we already knew? You guys need to read and watch some Eric Weinstein about how bad physics broken. So I'm just saying. In the Mariana Trench, I'm not going to the Mariana Trench. It may be our tech, but fighter pilots say that's where UFOs actually originate from. They could be. They're lying to you, Tommy. They're lying to you. You just don't understand. Now, the last person I'm going to trust is a government employee ever, because they're paid to lie. I mean, not necessarily lie, but they're paid to spew out propaganda. They're soldiers and sailors and pilots, and that's what you train them to do. Walter says, have you ever seen Star Trek? Once or twice. Live long and prosper, or at least get by. I mean, live long and prosper or get by best you can. It's a redneck Star Trek. That's the show I want to see, man. That's the show this guy wants to see right here. Is the redneck Star Trek edition. It's like Captain Kirk has got a big dip in. Where are we going? I'd star in that show. I would fit in. And it's impossible, but there isn't life somewhere else. No, it's not. The Lord doesn't waste resources. He didn't. Go read Genesis. Go read Genesis 1 through 8. And it says exactly what the stars in the universe, what they're for. It says exactly what it's for. Just saying. Look, don't go Bible with me, because I can certainly just about prove that there's no intelligent life out there. But I mean, we're being scientists in here right now. We're being objective. We're being objective, there, Tommy. You know, objective. We need a redneck star. We do, Walter. That's why we eat elves. The Lord doesn't want us wasting. I'm putting Shane on payroll. Oh my God. That's exactly right. Oh man. Tommy, when you come to the conference next year, you're going to meet Shane and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. You're going to be like, oh, okay. That's what's wrong with Bill. You're going to get it. It's all going to coalesce in your mind together. That's why we eat aliens. We had some great recipes going on for elves, though. There may be intelligent life elsewhere, and they're edible just like elves are. And that's all I'm trying to say in this is, like, we need to get our head over, like, get away from thinking they're cute and cuddly. They're more like the reptilians on V. They're more like them. Okay, so you think gator meat. So however you prepare gator with little, like, whatever that sauce is called that a lot of restaurants will serve with the gator meat. It depends on the restaurant. One restaurant we went to just had horseradish and some other type of, like, blonde, spicy stuff, but a lot of them have this Cajun thing going on. And so that's what you would serve aliens with. You'd like, it's like a dipping sauce. If God told us specifically that we were his children, then it's settled. Boom. Mark Sezowitz from Boston said it. Take that. Take that. I'll eat an alien. Hey, me too. That's all I'm saying. I'm not going to starve. I mean, food shortages, people. It's coming. Economy stuff. Economy. And inflation and all that. We're going to need to eat aliens. We don't have a choice. All this hidden secrecy stuff has got to go. We got to learn to eat aliens. It's just that simple. I see TikTok. Or I see Tic Tac. There's no intelligent life on Earth either. No. I mean, there's levels. There's levels. Oh, you said TikTok. I was thinking UFO and Tic Tac. Your point is proven. Am I right? I think I'm going to start a TikTok channel, or whatever it's called, channel talk. I'm going to go talking. I'm going talking. I think it's going to be a dance channel, and I'm kind of excited about the prospect of it. I've been looking at all these dances that they do, like where they'll. Carolyn was explaining it to me, where they'll dance and they don't use any music, and then TikTok puts music to it. And it started making me think that, like, what kind of a music would they put to my dances? And then I started going, that's a scary thought. Probably tastes like chicken. It would taste like chicken, and it would be great and nutritious. Aliens are low in sodium, and I'm kind of worried about it them being a little tough. I'm going to throw that out there. And maybe we have to worry about some radiation. I don't know about that. But it's something we got to consider. And I don't know how many parts of the alien are edible. Certainly the eyes are. I mean, look at them. They're huge. Meaty, fleshy. And then around the shoulders, maybe. I'm not sure. We found an alien in a holler in northeast Memphis. Ate him from the rooter to the tutor. And made a set of boots that lasted 14 years before they wore out. We are solving problems here. You see, Tommy, you are in great company right now. You're in great company of people who believe in aliens, in ET. I'm not saying I don't think it's... Look, nobody can know for certain. Nobody can know for certain. You can't. And just because they're not spelled out in the Great Bible doesn't mean that that wouldn't be a thing. But I'm just saying that the likelihood is, the Fermi paradox and the fact that we're not seeing any and I'm not buying into the Tic Tac nonsense. Learn to eat octopus first, then alien. I love octopus. Thank you. Love it, Mark. Love it. Mark is one of a faithful OGer. So is Billy, of course. And Walter is too, for that matter. But he's an OGer here on the channel, and just think the world of him and his whole family. I feel like I've known Mark 25 years. It's weird. Bill, do you buy into the GEDP theory or the Torah? Not changing the subject. Just curious. God, it's too much to get into. It's too much to get into for this. That's a conversation for another time, Tommy. We'll have to table that one for another moment, because it's a complicated question, but it's very, very interesting question. I know for certain I got the boots to prove it, and I've seen them. I have seen them. Okay, fair. I do believe. I'll tell you what I do believe. I think that there's a lot of things in the ancient world that show up through the language in the Old Testament that indicates this ancient world that is not going to be covered in the Torah, in the Old Testament. It's just not, and because it's not really pertinent, but it's still there, but it's not necessarily pertinent. In other words, it doesn't change anything, but an ancient world where they were advanced, they were a little more advanced than we give the ancient world credit to being. Just ran out of curiosity. Just out of curiosity, what does GED? What does JEDP stand for? Hit it. Come on. Let's hear it, Tommy. It's for you. He served you up one like a softball. It's like a softball. Come on now. We're losing people in the chat room. The younger Dryas. The younger Dryas, do you now? Do you know? Do you now it? Is that what you mean? The younger Dryas? Do I know it? Is that what you're saying? Yeah. Yeah. The younger Dryas, I wouldn't want to associate it with a scientific term, because or not a scientific, but let's call that a quasi-scientific term. I'd rather not associate with that. And the reason why I say not associate with that, because I don't try not to formulate the scriptures around that, as opposed to just let the word speak for itself kind of thing. But sure. Yeah. In Louisiana, we don't waste anything. In Louisiana, we don't waste anything. An alien or Bigfoot probably tastes like chicken. It definitely tastes like chicken. Now, I have a harder time with Bigfoot. I don't know if I could eat Bigfoot. It just looks like it would taste bad. There, I said it. I said it. I thought he misspelled Jedi, and we were about to hear the Force was used in the Old Testament. It was. And then she read about the Ark of the Covenant and all that stuff, and the Force, man, the Emperor, and it's all metaphor. It rhymes. It rhymes. So yeah. This is great. I thought he misspelled it. I don't even know what to say about it. I don't. So you got the Ark of the Covenant, Jedis, all this stuff, blend aliens, all this stuff. People want to point towards Ezekiel and talk about aliens being in the book of Ezekiel. No, they're not understanding what's going on and what's happening there. It has nothing to do with aliens. It's a theory that there were 4 authors of the Torah, and they are known by what name they use for God and their emphasis in their writings. It's a little, I probably think it's a little more complicated than that. But anyway, see, we're losing people. They get scared. They start hearing theology stuff. They're like, no. So I don't want to lose people here. Come on now. Indiana Jones covered all this. It's great. He did, by the way. He did. It's way more complicated than that. Yeah. No, I wasn't actually, because that sounded like I was like cracking on you and your explanation. Your explanation is fine. I'm talking about in my mind as far as opinions and all that stuff. You know what? You don't know for sure because it's about faith. And so some of this stuff is we're speculating on, of course, right? We're speculating. When I was younger, though, I had it figured out. I'm serious. I had everything. I knew everything about everything. And then I didn't. It just happened one day. I woke up and I went, I don't know anything. And yeah. And then Trump was elected. Dun dun dun. I'm just kidding. Let's get lively up in here. Who are y'all voting for? Bigfoot looks like a relative. Well, he's from the taller side of the family when it comes to me. I'm telling you. But yeah. Sure. I think Bigfoot's meat would have a musty taste to it. But what does musty taste like? See, I can't figure that one out. What is musty? I heard if you fatten up an alien by feeding them elves, it sweetens the meat. Or you can get a Bigfoot bigger by feeding it food from Southeast Kentucky. That's a reference to the joke earlier about cross-pollinating of the... Okay. I thought it was funny. So yeah. I'm trying to figure out how far we're going to take the UFO thing, not on this channel, because we will take it a lot farther than this. I'm talking about like the whole disclosure government thing, like all these senators talking about UFOs and the president's kind of talking about it. Like, how far are they willing to take it? Like a possum on the run. Many of possum have given up their lives for other animals that would otherwise have died in the road, but the possum is there to push them out of the way, and then boom, they get hit. So I love the possum. They're heroes of the animal world. They're heroes. I'm proud of them. Really am. And they do that. Do it just like that. Everybody do this. They show those teeth. They're precious. You never breathe in when someone musty walk by. Take a Bigfoot, stuff him with an alien that has been eating elves, and you have an intergalactic introduction. Exactly. Potted meat is possum meat, and I love it. It is. I'll never eat it again. I will never eat potted meat again. Yes, I will. Who am I lying to? Next time I'm fishing or hunting, I'll be like, give me some of that possum and some mustard up in here. Give me some of that possum and some onions. Get a little pot of meat, some possum, some onions. That's how my Cajun buddy Ian. I can't believe I forgot to share this on all the social media. Not that it matters because it really doesn't help us any. But I was hoping to snag Ian, a friend of mine from high school, college, beyond, because he's Cajun, and that's how he says onions. He'll go onions. And it always cracks me up. So to this day, when I say onions, it's onions. Onions. I can't do it. In my head, I can hear it in my head, but I can't do it out loud. He's great, though. Great guy. Bill, you still in here with us, Strongs? Are you there? The reason why I'm asking is because, is that even close? Onions. For good Cajun people down on the bayou. Very intelligent people. Very smart people. Those Cajuns. Anybody that can learn to cook that way, I'm impressed with. Oh, I will try that for sure, and I'm sure that will be a viral hit. Potted meat is possum meat. This is great. So, how many times have you tried a new food? If you're over, let's say, 40 in here, how many times recently have you tried something that you've never eaten before and liked it? It's a good question. Like, because by the time you're, I don't know, about 40, you start going, I know what I like. And very seldom are you shocked when you taste something, because you start running out of things. Even here in America, where we throw stuff together that it should not be together. Or, I mean, it's fine that it's together, but I'm saying it's never been together before. And it's like, oh, that's good. I remember when avocados became a thing. Does anybody else? Nobody was eating avocados when we were kids. You never heard somebody say, I'll have the avocado dip at a restaurant. You never heard of that. That was like exotic food. You know, I don't even think I'd heard of an avocado till maybe high school. Just had Indian food for the first time a couple weeks ago. Loved it. Hate Indian food. But congratulations. And I'm glad you had a great experience. It's good. I can't stand it. Carol and I went to an Indian restaurant when we were commuting back and forth from Harrisonburg. And I said, never again. But I think we ordered the wrong thing. Ever seen fast movers, small UFOs? Look them up on Google. No, I haven't. I've never seen them. I've seen what I would call something you don't know what it is in the sky, but I wouldn't call it a UFO. I mean, in other words, there's something about, like, you look at me like, I don't know what that is. Okay. But there are a lot of things in the sky. Am I right? There are a lot of things in the sky that could look, you know. Carol and I we were at the lake. We were trying to find the northern lights the other night. So we were at the lake, just kind of like sitting there and looking up, and we saw it was a light that was going over the lake, way up in the sky though, not making any sounds, anything like that. We're not far from the airport. I've got to say that. It's not blinking. It's just a white light. That's all it is. And the true story. This is a true story. And it disappeared. It just completely disappeared. Clear night. It just disappeared. And like, huh? What was that all about? I don't know. But I'm not ready to call it like aliens. You know, that would be me. It's kind of like ball lightning. You guys have heard of ball lightning or whatever. But for a long time, we didn't even know ball lightning was around. But now we know that it's a thing. And so that has doubled as a UFO on many occasions. But I'm convinced that that a lot of what we're seeing right now, as far as the Tic Tacs and some things that have come out, I think a lot of it is just shady government stuff that is a type of an op. We did the same thing during the Cold War to Russia, where we started this UFO craze, and it sent shockwaves to Russia or Soviet Union, because they know they're looking at the same night sky we're looking at, and they knew that our people they were probably seeing experimental crafts, and so it was a way that we sent messages back and forth to the Soviet Union to be like, "Hey, we got something you don't have," and they did it later to us with all kinds of stuff. I have seen so much stuff in the sky here in Florida. Nothing impresses me anymore because it's Florida. I believe it's ops also, just to keep the enemies guessing on reports. But yeah, wouldn't you do that? Like, you've got some crazy like airplane jet thing that can zigzag through the sky and all that stuff. Can do really cool maneuvers. Or you don't. You don't have it, but you want the enemy to think that you do, so that they'll spend money and do research and have to counter that. I would do that. I want to fake a UFO anyway. I've told you guys this. I have said this so many times on this channel. I even made a video. I want to make, no, it was a live stream. I want to fake a UFO. Who wants to do it with me? Who wants to fake one with me? I've got the perfect plan to do it. I don't have the property for it anymore, though, unfortunately. We had family property up on the mountain that we don't have anymore. And I was going to fake it from there because Highway 111 runs right down the road. And my plan was, like, I was going to use the hot balloon or the helium balloon, that kind of route with LED lights, battery-powered LED lights in a configuration, and have it to where it's up for about 30 minutes at night. And you're hoping for the call-in, that somebody calls it in. I just think that'd be great. Didn't they use Star Wars ship blueprints to intimidate the Soviet Union? They probably did. And the Soviet Union was like, I can't do a Russian, so I'm not going to try, because that would be rather embarrassing. That would be rather embarrassing. So I don't know. I think people want there to be aliens. I think mainstream wants us to believe UFOs. They want us to believe that. I wanted to, my whole life, I was like, I want there to be life on other planets. Because I like science fiction. I still like science fiction. And so it's a matter of just running the numbers and going, okay, there should be, statistically, there should be. And why aren't they here? And none of the answers are satisfactory. None of them, unless we're that special. And that's where I err on the side of, is that we are actually that special. We are unique and we are beloved. And that's a part of the reason why I think some of the UFO stuff is just sort of yucky. Even though I love science fiction, I loved V, I loved all that stuff. Still do. But it's just kind of yucky because it takes away from how we were fearfully and wonderfully made. Like, we are the apple of God's eye. So have you seen Ariana Grande lately? There's your proof aliens are real. You're not lying. Somebody get that girl a cheeseburger. Somebody get her some elf meat so she can put on some weight and some Bigfoot meat, because she looks gaunt. She looks terrible. I mean, I don't know if she's in the Illuminati now and she can't eat. I don't know what's going on there. She can still sing though. My girl can sing. My girl can sing. You know what? Watching YouTube will make you never try to sing ever again. There's so many great singers on YouTube, so many great musicians, that it's like, I want to just stop. Too much Ozempic. Why would she be taking Ozempic? She's a dental floss. Like, she's tiny. Strong says, when were you born? What, are you trying to pick me up, Strong? You gonna ask me my sign? I'm just kidding. 74. In Detroit, Michigan. Actually, it was Wayne, Michigan, but it might as well say Detroit. It's right there. When were you born? I was born at night, but not last night. Truth. She looks awful lately. She looks terrible. I don't know what her deal is. I don't know why she would be trying to lose weight still. She looks like you could fold her up and fly her like an airplane. They're all talking about it. That's why they look like skeletons wrapped in flesh. She's an alien. Oh my God. You're right. I'm seeing it, dude. I'm seeing it. She is. She's totally an alien. Is that what happens? Like, she's going through like a conversion thing. And like, then when you watch a video of her, like, her eyes mess up and like it shows her reptilian, I don't know, something. I've been watching too many conspiracy videos. I miss the old YouTube conspiracy videos a lot. I miss them a lot. Or she's a lizard. That's what I'm trying to say. She's a lizard person. She lives only on the blood of elves. She lives only on the blood of Christmas elves. And she's better for it. God bless her. We wish her well. We wish her the best. Isn't that what Tim Dillon says? We wish her the best. We wish her the best. Tim Dillon's hilarious. I know he's not right. I know he's not. Bless his heart. The Bible says, stay off the blood. That's right, people. Yep. Do they look like a lizard person? Ariana, I mean, now she could pass for a lizard person. Now she could. I mean, I don't think she used to could. Y'all just stay off Beyonce's case, though, because she's my girlfriend. Carolyn knows. She can't stop me. I love her because that song, This Ain't Texas, that is one of the greatest country songs ever. It is. It's a perfectly written country song, and she pulls it off brilliantly. And then, of course, you got to go back to, you know, if you want it, then you got to put a ring on it. Blah-da-da-da-da. Come on, that's great. That's soul music if there ever has. She's Americana. She really is. She is a treasure. She is a treasure. She is not Illuminati. So y'all quit picking on her. Just because she makes Illuminati signs in her concerts. It's just a fad. It's a fad. You're rage baiting right now. No, man. Have you heard the song? The St. Texas. They ain't hold 'em. Lay your cards down, 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 down. Come on, man. Don't that make you want to line dance? Don't that make you feel America? America? Don't that make you feel America, Beyonce? Beyonce's running for politics, and I think we ought to let her. I think we should. I think we should let her. I think we should let her become a part of the country music world. She belongs there. Beyonce is French for the aliens race. Gosh. Yeah. Beyonce is French for we eat elves up in here. If we're honest, man, Beyonce's not Ariana. Okay, think about what I'm saying right now. She's not skinny. I'm not trying to put Beyonce down. I wouldn't do that because I love Beyonce. She's American. She's a great American. She's the last great American. But she's a meaty kind of, she's fit-ish. Definitely. She might, I'm just saying, Tommy, I'm just saying, if we're going to talk about skinny and maybe juxtaposing that with somebody else, Beyonce would not pass for an Ozempic user. Maybe she could use a little more or whatever. Maybe she needs to drink more alien blood or something. I'm not sure. I tried to live off of Elf, but I couldn't deal with the fireball that they have to drink to stay warm. Well, Linda McMahon is the Secretary of Education. Beyonce could get in there somehow. But this is high elven magic, causing confusion among the masses before the overlords manifest. It is indeed, sir. It is indeed. Beefy women are where it's at. I have a sickness for that thickness. It almost sounded like you were Christopher Walken in that moment. I have a sickness for the thickness. That's the best Christopher Walken I had. True dat, Dolphin. True dat. I have a sickness for the thickness. I'll get it in a minute. I'll figure it out. God. That was great. Mark Sezowitz, 1970. 1970 up here. People, 1970. So, Mark, we got 70. And I think Billy said he was 70, I think. What this song needs is more cowbell. Yeah, best I got. What this song needs is more cowbell. Christopher Walken is a legend. He is a legend. He's probably Illuminati too. Look, we're just mad because we're not in the group. And if you are in the group, first of all, welcome to the channel. And tell me how to get in. Send me an application to get into the Illuminati. I want to be an enlightened one. And, to be a part of the group. And from what I understand, like your health improves immediately before you start dying. Like you start looking good, you get famous, and then you start looking terrible. I don't know. I thought if I joined YouTube, I would get in somehow that way, but it just didn't happen. I would join the Illuminati in a heartbeat. Why not? You're going to know all the secrets. You're going to know all the secrets someday. Actually, that's not how it works, right? Like they'll be like, they're going to get. It's like Scientology. Scientology is a counterfeit Illuminati, but it works that way, where they're going to tell you a little bit of nothing, then like you pay more money, drink more baby's blood, whatever, and then pay more money, then they'll tell you a little bit more. Scientology is a good racket to get into for money making. I'm just saying, we might take this channel that direction. We'll start going clear. Little e-meter. Everybody's grabbing an e-meter at the sides of the computer. Everybody's scared of Scientology, like they're going to get sued or whatever. I'm like, come get me. I now extend to everyone a membership to the Illuminati. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Send me $1,000 and I'll let you know the next step. All right. Right there. I would join the Illuminati in a heartbeat. Nose for Scientology. Yes. Hi, I'm Bill Marion and we're going clear. Today, we're in West Virginia talking to Walter Langston about going clear. No? Walter, I don't know if Walter's still in here, but I'm telling you, that'd be a great move. That would be a great move is to, you do Scientology live stream. I wonder if they'd pay me. I wonder if they would endorse. Look. You got to get advertised any way you can, right? So why not go where all the real estate is? They own Clearwater, Florida, from what I've been told. Elvenetics. Oh my gosh. L. Ron Hubbard. I read a book of his, not Dianetics. It was a science fiction book in college. Now everybody said he's a terrible science fiction writer. I don't agree with that. I only read a couple of chapters. It started wigging me out because it's definitely propaganda. But I was like, it was really well written. One of the robots in the setup for the story, it wasn't allowed to use profanity. So every time that it would go to use profanity, because it was retelling a story. It would say gibberish, but it was in English. So it was actually very clever. It was funny. My health has improved since I have subbed to at Bill Marion. I've lost 30 pounds since I've subbed to Bill Marion. And you can too. Of course, I got to lose weight first, right? I got to lose weight, get a deep tan, get some lift done, some tucks through here, whatever they're doing now, whatever these kids are doing. Dye the goatee its original color of purple. And then I could, like, you can too. Just grab both sides of your laptop and we can clear you of thetans. Strong's, you'll heal completely if he flicks his suit jacket at you. Yes, I will. Elf Ron Hubbard. I see a sign. This matters. Absolutely. It matters. That's right. That's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to contact them. I'm just going to put a feeler out there and go, look, you got some bad press lately. That Raimi chick has been bashing them, and they got a lot of bashing. But what if you have an up-and-coming channel, and they don't mind investing? I mean, they're going to have to pay for the surgery to make me look younger, though. I'm not doing the hair plugs. I'm going with the bald thing. But, I need to drop 70 pounds. They're going to arrange for that, too. I need to go to one of their awesome doctors there in Clearwater to get rid of some weight, because they can just suck it right out of it. And you're like, I'm skinny. Yeah. And then I'll go in here and I'll be like, hey, you can know all the ancient secrets while I take you to these great, wonderful Appalachian locations and other locations around the world. And then I'll have conferences and, and I'll set up in the lobby somewhere of a hotel and a booth or whatever. And we'll do free e-meters, whatever they're called. I think they're e-meters. And I'll talk about getting cleared from thetans or something. I'm just saying. Me and Priscilla Presley and that chick from Star Trek 2, speaking of Star Trek, because that chick, Christie, is it Allie Christie? I think that's her. She played on Cheers. She was a Vulcan on Star Trek. She is a huge Scientologist, or was. Power locations where lines cross, where key lines cross. That's what I'm saying. They need a Church of Scientology here in Chattanooga. I'm just, you just throw it out there. You just throw it out there. And I think we could work well together. Do you not see that how many people we have on our live stream tonight? I could be beneficial to Scientology. Another gap tooth. The Cheers girl. She. Oh my gosh. Yes. And again, that's just her screen name. That's just her screen name. She changed it when she got to Hollywood. On that note, since we made a full circle, it has been real. It has been wonderful. And it has been real wonderful. And I've really enjoyed hanging out with you guys and being sophomoric and silly and dumb and ridiculous. At least I have been. You guys have just been brilliant. Me, I've just been all over the place. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm so grateful that you guys are here. And of course, we will be here same time, same channel tomorrow night. Every night from now until Christmas Eve. And who knows? I might even be on Christmas Eve. I don't know. You never can tell. But officially, every night between now and Christmas Eve, you should be here. And if you're not, I'm just saying you might be an alien if you're not here. Hey, I love you too, Tommy. Love you too. I love all of you, in fact. You guys are all awesome and instrumental in making this possible. So thank you so much. And peace out. Peace in the hood. Peace in the local universe. And if you see Mariah Carey before I do, if you see Beyonce before I do, you say, look, Bill's looking for you. That's all you got to say. That's all you got to say. Later.